Good morning, SLUKers. Well, I'm going to apologise for the sound quality today because it's absolutely blowing a gale. You might not be able to see it on the camera, but I'm sure you can hear it in the audio. So we're here on the Sinnis Shuttle, which is Sinnis's cheapest 125. But even though it's cheap, it's not a bad scooter at all, really. Quite surprised me, to be honest. It's priced at $17.99, and if you read our review on the Sinnis X Hero a while ago, that comes out at $2,899. So there's 1,100 quid difference between the bottom of the range and the top with the Sinnis 125s. The difference with this one is basic commuter styling, nothing overly fancy or nickable, which is sometimes a good thing for a commuter. It's an air-cooled 125 which makes around 8 brake horsepower. It comes with front and rear disc brakes, which is good on a budget 125. Sometimes they just come with a rear drum, which is not always brilliant, so that's a bonus. Seems to have quite a bit of torque despite only having 8 horsepower. Yeah, it's pulling quite well. Nips along really nicely. Really good brakes. The front and rear discs are pretty sharp. Comes with combined braking rather than ABS, which once again a lot of the cheaper end commuters do, or cheaper end 125s. It's got a mobile phone charging point under the seat, folding bag hook. It's got the flat floorboards, which if you can see down there, it's better for carrying a bit of luggage, especially on your bag hook there. It's fairly comfortable, low to the floor. I can put my feet down really easily. I'm 5'10". It weighs in at about 110 kilos, which makes it fairly light as well, which once again is a bonus for a lot of riders. With the Sinnis range, they come with a 2-year warranty. First year you get parts and labour, second year is parts only. But you can't grumble on a cheaper end scooter. And Sinnis have been around for years now, got a good name really within the industry. Certainly out-survived a lot of the other Chinese brands that came and went a long time ago. And they've got a good dealer network and seem to be good on spares as well. And it's quite a simple scooter with just an analogue dash, and it's got a rev counter, which you don't always get on 125s or automatic scooters for that matter. It's claimed to do 100 miles to the gallon, which I can believe because it's just a basic 4-stroke 125. So it's not going to cost you a fortune to run it, that's for sure. It's quite agile as well. It runs on 13-inch wheels. I've not looked at the brand of tyres yet, but I'll put that in the write-up. But it seems capable enough. It's probably about 3 or 4 degrees today. It's quite cold, a bit damp, and brand new tyres, and I've not felt any problems there at all. If you're a youngster, or well, anyone really, if you're looking to get a scooter, one thing you need to look for is if you've got a local dealer, because when it comes to time to service it, you need to get it to the dealer. Also, if you get any problems with the scooter, you're going to have to take it back to the dealer. So you're not really wanting to go for a brand where you've got to travel 60 miles to get it somewhere. So have a look at the dealer locator on the Sinnis website and make sure you've got somebody local enough to you to make it easy to get things done. They've got quite a lot of dealers around the UK, so you shouldn't be too far from one, I wouldn't have thought. But it's always worth making sure. Styling wise on this, you'll see from the photos, it's quite a generic sort of styled scooter, nothing spectacular to look at. But if you want something that is nice and a little bit different, have a look at the Sinnis Hero X. We road tested it a while ago, as I mentioned before. That really is a nice little 125. That's liquid cooled, got quite a few bells and whistles on it, goes well, and I like the style. It's just a bit different to whatever else is out there. That's 2,899 quid at the minute, so it's 1,100 quid more than this one, but you are getting quite a lot of scooter for your money there. Goes around corners quite well, this thing. The suspension's not mega, but that's usually the case with scooters in this price bracket. It's just a little bit choppy over the bumps. It's just not quite as plush as something a bit more expensive, really. But they do the job. I don't know where you live, but the roads where I live at the minute are terrible. Potholes everywhere. Well, we'll take it on to the A38 and see what it's like on a faster road. We've got a headwind as well, which is not very good. Quite got the power to pull through this headwind as well as I'd like, but it's not bad. Dodge the potholes. Brakes are ace, really sharp but controllable. Quite impressed with them. Nothing's passed as yet. Here's the first one, so yeah, it doesn't pull off too bad either. Especially with this headwind, it's not bad at all. It's certainly got quite a bit of torque for the horsepower it's got. Push to cancel indicators as well. Pretty standard on most scooters these days. So if I was to sum up the Sinnis Shuttle 125 for 1,799 quid, you're getting quite a nippy, fun to ride 125. Ideal for your everyday commuters who need something a bit more than a 50 because the distance or the type of roads they're on calls for a bit more power. Goes relatively economical enough. It's not too pretty, so it's not going to be stolen, but it's not a bad little machine really. Yeah, you can get around corners. I've ridden a lot worse 4-stroke 125s, that's for sure. So if you're looking for something that's fairly basic in looks, not bad in performance, has decent economy, and comes in at a decent price, then have a look at your nearest Sinnis dealer or check on the Sinnis website and see where you can find one close to you. Shuttle 125. So if I was to sum up these, let's sum up the Sinnis. Let's sum up the sim. What are you trying to say now? Let's sum up the Sinnis Shuttle. Right. Let's sum up the Sinnis Shuttle 125. Got it. Take 6. Let's sum up the Sinnis Shuttle 125. Summing up the Sinnis Shuttle 125. That's dead easy when you get used to it. Summing up the Sinnis Shuttle 125.